everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be testing for you the Revolution Beauty Soft Butterfly Eyeshadow Palette. So this is an absolutely adorable eyeshadow palette. As you can see, I've worn a butterfly top to go with it. It's just so cute. This cost around £10 from Boots. It's part of the Forever Flawless tin collection from Revolution Beauty. I think the formula of these is absolutely brilliant. I really love the Love Island one. I have just uploaded a video with that, so I will leave that linked below. And I saw this and I was just totally drawn to it. So I'm going to show this to you now. The Revolution Beauty Flawless palettes come in a tin like this and it's so pretty. I just love the design of it. And then on the back it just shows you the pan numbers and then you've got the Forever Flawless Soft Butterfly title there. I just thought this was so pretty and really my aesthetic, so I had to pick it up. And when I saw inside I was just so shocked. It's so pretty. The eyeshadow palette looks like this. It's got a very random neon yellowy greeny kind of colour in there, but apart from that it's a very neutral sort of soft toned palette. I'm going to show you up close now. The eyeshadow pans look like this, and as you can see they've got pressed butterflies in, which I think is just so adorable. It's got a couple of metallic shimmers in there and then some mattes as well. I am baffled by the soul yellow one. It is quite funny, but it's called Soft Butterfly and you really can see that in most of the tones here. I think the beautiful purple down the bottom looks so good, and the pink as well, and then there's a lot of transition shades in here, so I feel like if you haven't got transition shades in your collection, this might be a good one to pick up, and I definitely think you could get some everyday neutral looks out of this. I really like the names of the shades as well. You've got things like Wonder, Transform, Flutter, Wings, Change, Evolve, and it just really suits the butterfly aesthetic. So I'm going to do the swatches for you now. This is the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Soft Butterfly palette. The pans look like this and the swatches look like this. First impressions, this side of the palette is so me, and I just love the pinks and the purples in that. I think they're absolutely beautiful. This one so this one is probably the prettiest shade I've ever seen in my life. It's so beautiful. It does actually remind me of the one from the e.l.f. eyeshadow palette, which is the reason why I bought the I Heart Revolution e.l.f. palette in the first place. And when I was digging in the pan, I will show you in a second, it did actually explode, so I had to pat it back in, but that shade is absolutely beautiful. Definitely think it would go well with these shades over here. The yellow one makes me laugh. It's just so random but I'm guessing someone can make it work somewhere. And then these are quite neutral tones, so I think this side of the palette is definitely more me, and I was definitely drawn to it in the first place because of this shade here. It's an iridescent bluey violet colour and I think it's stunning. You'll be able to see in the pan there, this one kind of it's got a dip in it because basically all of the product flew out, but it's just because it's like a putty, and I did push a little bit too hard in there, but it's absolutely stunning, and I'm definitely going to be trying this shade out today. You can see how vibrant this shade is here. It literally looks like it's glowing. It looks like it's illuminated. It's so pretty. I think today I'm going to head towards a lilac look, but we'll see how it turns out. I've just primed my eyes with the Revolution Ultimate Eye Base, and I've taken my little hoodie off as well because I think I've warmed up a little bit now. I just can't get warm recently. It's very annoying. So we're going to take a look in this eyeshadow palette now. Immediately I am drawn to this one over here. I am going to carve out a wing using this shade over here. I'm not going to describe it, what the name is, because I don't want to butcher it, but you can probably see my dilemma there. It looks very pretty, so I'll show you what it looks like on the finger. It's like that, so I'm going to carve the wing out now. Generally, the Forever Flawless palettes are very good quality, so I'm excited to see what this looks like. Straight away on the brush, it looks very pigmented and beautiful. I'm just going to start by popping a wing shape on the outer corner because I just want to start building up some colour there and create a wing. It is a very powder purple colour. It's very subtle and delicate, much like a butterfly. And this palette was called Soft Butterfly, so I am expecting quite a lot of pastel tones in this. And from the swatches, it does look that way. But this is a very beautiful colour. I'm just going to take that a little bit further over the eyelid because I think I'm going to go the majority with this colour. I just think it's very pretty. And it does go with my top as well. As I said, I do think this palette has a lot of transition shades, so I'm going to go into those after. I'm just going to use that shade again and then pop that on my other eye. So again, I'm just going to carve the wing out using my winged brush. I swear these Spectrum brushes are the best thing that I've invested in totally last year. I have actually won a huge Spectrum Collections giveaway and I've won a massive pot of brushes. It's insane. I think it was about £195 worth of brushes. But we'll actually be doing a unboxing of that and showing that, and then obviously I'm going to use them for my makeup videos, so I'm ever so grateful. There we go. That's what I've got in my eyes so far. So I've just used that lilac shade. I really like the way this looks. It looks very subtle and powder purple. Really like it. It's definitely my kind of colour. I'm just going to go in the crease slightly with this shade as well, just to make sure I've blended it out nicely. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. Next, I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to go in the shade Growth, which is just this skin tone colour for me. It matches my skin tone well. There is a shade like this in the Love Island Revolution palette, which I swear by. And I'm going to dust this over the top of my eyelid. I just think shades like that are so useful, and this is probably an eyeshadow palette that would be very good just to be a companion palette, so use it with other eye looks and just generally use it to tidy up your wings and things. But I definitely am glad I picked this palette up. Next, I'm going to go into the Lava shade here. It says lava, but I feel like that comes out of a volcano. And also, I'm just looking here. Oh, it's larvae, like a little baby caterpillar. I don't know if you can see it. Wait, over here. This one actually has shimmer particles in it, even though it's a matte. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. I'll try to put it on my finger. Yeah, but you can't really see it on there, so it's very unusual. Anyway, I'm going to go in this Lava shade. Again, on the brush, it picks up really nicely. And I'm going to just take this on the inner corner. I feel like this colour will blend in very well with the lilac. We might actually not see much of a difference there, but I'm going to try with it anyway. It's a very subtle colour. I feel like they do have a really good blend to them though. Those colours go very nicely together. And I can definitely see myself wearing this palette a lot, so I'm very glad I picked it up. I feel like with the Forever Flawless palettes as well, I don't think they're as hyped up or advertised as much as the I Heart Revolution collections. So I feel like you have to kind of search for what you want. And I did come across this in Boots, and it was just something I'd never seen before, but I was very much drawn to it. I really like what I've got on my eyes so far. I am going to dip in that shade that I was very interested to try, so I'm going to go in the Wings shade here. I really just want to pop it on the centre of my lid and see what it looks like. It's so pretty. I'm going to be more delicate when I touch the shade though, because I don't want it to explode again. That's what the shade looks like on my finger. Swatch wise, it's very pretty. I'm just going to pop a bit on the back of my hand as well so you can see again, because I was really intrigued by this colour. I found it so beautiful, and look how reflective it is. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to take my little finger and pop it on the centre of my lid. It's so much like the Elf shade. I will show you that in a second. It's so pretty. Wow. It reminds me of a fairy, or I guess butterfly if we're going there. Oh, I love it. I feel like this in the light as well, it's just catching it so beautifully. And if you were to wear this on a night out or something, the disco ball lights. Does anyone have a disco ball nowadays? I don't know. But I feel like the strobe lighting or whatever would catch it really nicely. I actually love that. I love that. How can I get away with wearing this for work? And I'm just going to do the same on the other eye as well. In fact, I'm going to use this hand because that was just an awkward knot. I actually love that so much. I think those three shades alone are worth this palette. I mean, they were what drew me to it anyway. It did have a tester version and I had a look. Wow. I'm just going to look down so you can see it, but ugh, I love those colours. I feel like it's a proper fairy, delicate butterfly look, and I think this look probably does represent the packaging quite well. I'm very happy with that. I really like it. I'm going to take my waterline brush now. I'm just going to go in the shade, I think it says Pupa. I don't want to get demonetised or anything for saying that. It looks like that. And I'm just going to take that under the waterline on the outside and then drag it through to the inner corner too. And then do the same on the other side. I just love how delicate it is. It's really pretty. Just while I remember as well, I'm going to show you the Elf shade that I was talking about. Actually, looking at them in the pan, they are slightly similar, but they're a different colour. The one that we dipped in the Butterfly palette here, compared to that one there, that's the one I was thinking of. So I'm just going to swatch them on my fingers just to see if I was imagining things, but I swear they're very similar. Looking at the finger anyway, they do look quite similar there, but I feel like the Butterfly Forever Flawless is applying a lot better. It is a lot smoother, but yeah, I see what I was going at, but not quite the same. I'm going to take the shade Glide, which is just this one here, and I'm going to pop this on the inner corner. Ooh, I like that. Always love a good inner corner highlight. I'm going to go in again. Yes. And then the same on the other side. That's blinding. Really pretty. That's definitely just added a bit of something that it needed, and I really love it. I'm going to pop some mascara on, and then we're going to hear my final thoughts. I'm going to go in with the Rem Beauty mascara. And that's my finished look using the Revolution Beauty Forever Flawless Soft Butterfly palette. I think it's stunning. Honestly, I think this is probably my favourite Forever Flawless palette after the Love Island one. Nothing quite beats the Love Island one, but I think the colour combination I've got on my eyes is just something that I absolutely adore. That is exactly what I'd go for on a day-to-day basis, or just default wise. I think it's just so pretty. I feel like the packaging does represent the interior of the palette as well, apart from the yellow shade, which makes me laugh. But I guess butterflies are bright and it might be something to do with pollen. Do butterflies collect pollen? I don't know. There's a nice yellow in there in case you like yellow. But I think overall that middle shade, the one that's the blue one that kind of exploded, that I popped on the centre of my eyelid, I think that's my absolute favourite. The purple and the pink, stunning, and the inner corner highlight that I've used as well, the silver, is beautiful. I can't say anything bad about this palette. I'm very excited that I got it, and I don't think the Forever Flawless collections are advertised as much as, say, I Heart Revolution. If you are looking to explore the range, I think it's kind of something you've got to keep your eye out for. Like I said, I just came across this in Boots and I was like, whoa, that is pretty. And I definitely think if you like pinks and purples and neutral transition shades, this is going to be really useful to have in your collection. It's got a lot of pale shades in there, which will be good for blending out as well. I love it. That was my testing video with the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Soft Butterfly Eyeshadow Palette. I think it's beautiful. I really do think it's my second favourite now after the Love Island one. And yeah, I'm just really happy with this. If you want to see more makeup, beauty and hair videos, please subscribe. And you can also follow me on Instagram. That's @Zoey Glitter, Zoey with a Y. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!